going to be our weekly spiritual advice. I'm going to start pulling. I have 5 decks out. We have a full moon coming this weekend on the 10th. So let's see how the full moon is going to affect us. I think it's in Pisces. I'd have to double check that, but nevertheless, we have a full moon coming. Full moons are all about releasing. So what is it that you need to work on releasing this week? Moon in Taurus, self-esteem, 14, personal growth. So this could be something that you need to really work on, is growing as a soul, as a human. Okay, so this is something that you really need to focus on when it comes to where do you want to be? Where do you want to spiritually be? Where do you want to physically be? Where do you want to mentally and emotionally be? So focus on your personal growth. It could start with your self-esteem. So take good self-care and definitely focus on the things that are important to you. Sun in Sagittarius, 9, adventure. Stride out into new territory and adventure awaits you. So if you've been meaning to try something new or you want to venture out into something new, then this is the chance for you to do so. So maybe you have to let go of something from the past in order to make room for your future. So now would be the ideal time to do so. Eclipse in Cancer, 28, acceptance, an emotional phase or domestic development. So you could be going through something that is really emotional for you. It could revolve around like your intimate relationships with close friends or families, lovers, partners, whatever. But this is something that you really need to accept who you truly are at your core. And I feel like this also resonates with the self-esteem card. So this is going to tell you that if you don't feel like you're worthy of these people in your life, or if you feel like maybe you feel like you're better than the people you're with and they don't work in your life anymore, whatever it is, it's time to accept these things so that you can actually try something new. If things aren't working, it's time to make changes, and full moons are all about releasing to go forward. Sun in Pisces, 12, a higher purpose. Align yourself with love and wisdom. So this is a card symbolizing that you absolutely need to connect with source. You might need to ground your energy. You might need to open up your energy points, your chakra channels. This is something telling you that we all have a higher purpose here. We all have a calling. The reason we exist, the reason we are here is to fulfill those important missions. So by doing those things that resonate with our higher self, by doing the things that resonate with us at our core, that make us feel happy, secure, and whole, we are fulfilling part of our higher calling or our higher purpose. Sun in Taurus, 2, practicalities. Boost self-worth and finances. So you might be focusing on practical matters this week. Maybe you have to focus on work because you've got a lot of bills that are due. Maybe you're focusing on saving money right now because we're going into fall and winter and some things slow down because of the weather. Maybe you are focusing on the practical matters right now. And if you're not, I would say that this is a caution that you need to. You need to focus on the things that matter. So whether that's your home life, your self-esteem, accepting things, your higher purpose, or your practicalities, you're going to know what resonates for you. All right, thank you, angels. What do we need to know from our angel guides? It's time to cut the cords. Love this card. So this card symbolizes that we all have energetic ties, cords, or bonds to other people. When we are intimate or having sexual relations with people, we create an energetic bond. We are bonded to our parents, we are bonded to our children, and we are bonded to people that we have had encounters with. It's energy. So in order to release those things, we need to cut the energetic cords. So simply put, that means that we physically don't see them, but we emotionally, mentally, and physically can feel them. It's an attachment. So you can ask the archangels to come and sever these cords. You can also say a simple affirmation of, I clear, cancel, and release anything not serving my highest good in the least painful way possible. I wish for these cords to be cut to anyone who does not serve what my highest purpose is, and release those things. Sometimes somebody is draining your energy without you even realizing it because you are still attached to them by an energetic cord. Forgiveness and understanding. This card symbolizes that you may need to not only forgive yourself but others, and have understanding and compassion when it comes to other people's perspectives, the way that things are in their mindset. Know that people can only view the situation from what they can understand. So if they don't have an understanding of the full picture of the situation at hand, they cannot understand it. So try and give people grace and understanding as well as forgiveness, especially if they have hurt you. They might not have realized that they hurt you as bad as they did. All right, we have guardian angel. So we all have guardian angels. They are not allowed to intervene on our behalf unless we ask for assistance because we're sent here with free will. So if you need assistance from your angel team, your angel guides, your guides will help you, but you first have to ask. Specific as you can be, ask for what you need. Angels, I need help with mental health today. Angels, I need help with finances. Angels, I need help with down the line. Give them a task and I promise you they will assist you. Composure. We are entering Mercury in retrograde. We are currently in the shadow phase. It goes full retrograde tomorrow on the 9th. We're going to have, I think it's 7 or 9 planets that are going to all be in retrograde cycles. It's a lot. It can feel like a doozy. Mercury in retrograde is really bad with communications. It's a planet of communication. So there might be a lot of arguing, a lot of tension, a lot of hiccups this next couple of weeks. Know that you need to keep your composure. If there are people in your life that really ruffle your feathers or you feel like they poke and prod you and they drive you insane, you're going to need to do your best to keep your composure. It's going to be really key for you not being self-sabotaging, so to speak, when you need to go forward. So make sure that you keep your composure. Don't let people irritate you. Don't let technology issues and glitches irritate you. It will pass. It's temporary. So be very clear with your communications. Double check emails, text messages, any sort of communication. Double check that it is clear and precise because you will avoid a lot of hiccups just by double checking things. So keep your composure even when things are stressing you out or making you feel a little bit off. You want to keep your composure. All right, what else do we have? Learning experience. Some of this is sent to you for a purpose. So your angels will give you these things, these obstacles to help you grow. So this is part of why we're here. We're here to learn. Earth is our school. It's our classroom. We are here to grow and develop our soul. So all of the things that we go through in our lifetime are meant to teach us lessons. And when we've mastered those lessons, we advance to the next level. Think of like a video game or like a classroom. When you have mastered the lessons that you needed to learn in first grade, you get to transition to the second grade. When you've mastered the ones in second grade, you continue to third grade and so on. That is how it works for our soul. We start out very small and over time we grow and we learn the lessons that we need to know. So something in your life right now is a learning experience. And if you have not mastered it yet, you will still deal with it. Once you have figured out the lesson and you have retained the information needed to know, the lesson will be complete and you will ascend to a higher level. All right, let's get our animals. Let's see what we have next for our animal guidance. Butterfly. Delight in life and embrace change as the source of your creativity. So a butterfly spiritually always symbolizes change and transformation. They start as a caterpillar and they go into a cocoon and they go through a metamorphosis that is very close to death. They almost liquefy their insides in order to become this beautiful butterfly. So if you're going through what feels like hell or torture right now, this is something telling you that eventually you will transform into a beautiful butterfly. So take the transformation. It is also something that you could be embracing your creative side right now. So maybe you're some sort of artist, maybe you paint, maybe you sing, maybe you write things, whatever it is, it's something that you need to embrace. It's part of who you are. Deer, take note of the messages and whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. So people might be talking behind your back. People might be talking about you. Excuse me, let me get a drink of water. Start talking and my mouth dries out. Okay, so people could be talking about you. Not all of it is negative, some of it is positive, but truthfully, it's none of our business what other people think about us. What we need to focus on is what is at our core. Who are we? Do we enjoy ourselves? Do we enjoy our own company? Are we okay with who we are? Then the whispers don't matter because we're secure in our own identity. All right, let's see what else we have going on from the animals. Beaver, investing in home comforts provides security and family togetherness. So beaver builds a dam and then all of the babies and the family kind of live within the den. That's their little home that they create. So beaver symbolizes that you need to invest in your home life. creature comforts, making sure that things are safe and secure. This is going to be key, especially going into the colder weather. You want to make sure that your home is safe and healthy and happy. So focus on the things that you need to bring family togetherness to the forefront. All right, let's see what else we have. Cobra, change is inevitable, but with it comes the chance to shed a burden. So a snake will shed its skin many times in its lifetime. It outgrows its skin and it literally sheds the skin because it has become too big, it's too tight, it's too confining. So it sheds what it cannot live in any longer, and it grows and it develops new skin that's healthy, and it can grow bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm not a fan of snakes personally. However, I think that the analogy is quite entertaining. So you might be transforming what you look like. Maybe it is an external transformation. Maybe you're changing something in your appearance. I'm a licensed hairstylist, so even though I don't work in a salon any longer, I am always changing my appearance. I change my hair color often. I change how I wear my hair. Sometimes I'll change how I dress. Sometimes it's just, baggy clothes, t-shirts, and things like that. Other times I put on nicer clothes because I like it. So you might be changing as a person, as a human, and that is good. You need to embrace the changes. It's time to shed your old skin, and you can shed burdens that way as well. All right, what else do we have? Porcupine. You may defend yourself honorably without hurting those close to you. So if you're feeling a little prickly, if you're feeling like, everything is ruffling your feathers, everything is irritating you, if you feel like you can't be yourself right now, if you feel like there's just so much that feels like it is not necessarily attacking you, but that's the word that's coming to mind, then be cautious of how you speak to others. Are you speaking with love, care, and compassion, or are you being prickly, cold, and abrasive? You need to decide what it is that you want. What energy you put out is what you attract, so keep that in mind. If you're being prickly to others, I guarantee you they're going to feel offended, and they're going to also lash out and be prickly back. So you can speak your mind without hurting others. Remember that. All right, let's see what we have from Keepers of the Light for our weekly spiritual message. Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, and release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. So this card, simply put, is speaking your authentic truth. What is the truth when it comes to what the situation is that you need to speak your mind? You need to clear a path. Don't worry about what other people think. Focus on what the truth is. The truth is the truth no matter who says it. It will not change. The truth is the truth, and nothing will change that. So if it is truthfully the truth, then speak it. And if it isn't, then think about what the truth really is and only speak the truth. It's something that you need to get your point across. I feel like somebody really has something that they need to say. They need to get this weight off of themselves, this burden that they're carrying, and you just need to be honest with yourself and with others. All right, the Divine Director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So we aren't meant to be in depressed energy all the time, especially if, you have a higher calling, or if you feel like your purpose is something really great, then you need to make sure that you resonate with that energy. It's going to be really key that you make sure that you are being guided to not only be happy, but to be authentic. So I do feel like some of you are hiding your true abilities. I feel like some of you are hiding who you truly are at a spiritual level. And you need to stop hiding, because Spirit wants you to be who you were designed to be, your true authentic self. So it's calling for an intervention, basically saying that, listen, if you're feeling down in the dumps, it's because you're hiding who you are. And when you open up to releasing the fear and being who you truly are and shine your light bright for the world to see, the people who need to be in your life will be in your life, and those that don't will find their way to the door. Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding, and we had learning experience. So they are definitely welcoming in some sort of new experience for you to learn from. What needs to happen will happen. The divine is guiding things in the right direction. So do what you feel is right, because an important lesson is coming out of what you feel is right. I feel like it really revolves around speaking your truth and being authentic with yourself and others. So be true to yourself. Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. So we are all connected spiritually, emotionally, and physically. We are all connected because we all are human beings, and we are all connected to the collective consciousness. So it's a big pool of energy is how I like to think about it, or think of a giant tree with a million different branches and leaves. That is us. We are all connected to the earth. We are all connected to the elements. We are all connected to each other. We are connected to source. And you're starting to realize that your soul is infinite. It can expand in infinite ways. It's energy, and energy never dies. It may change forms, but it does not go anywhere. All right. Sacred self, unleash your spirit and express your gifts. Dance to the sacred rhythm of life. So this again is telling you to express who you truly are at your core. Maybe you like to dance. Maybe you really enjoy music. Maybe this is something that's how you express yourself, is in creative ways. Be true to yourself and express yourself in many different ways. It's time to really get your gifts in the forefront, to express them. They also want you to know that you don't have to be nervous or shy to be who you truly are, and that it's extremely important that your light is bright and that you shine it well to the world, because people need your light. So there are energy vampires as well that they want you to have boundaries with. People who just kind of drain you and suck the life out of you, those aren't your people. You need to let go of people like that, and you need to focus on what's important, which is you honoring why you are here at your soul level. All right, let's get our keepers of light. Let's do star seeds. Whoops. All right, weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. See, I told you. So they definitely want you to have strong boundaries with people who are either draining your energy, or people who really, it's like when you associate with them, you just feel worse. So those are the people that Spirit, Source, God, the universe is trying to have you to have either strong boundaries or to eliminate them, because they're draining you. They're dimming your light. So you need to be away from these people as much as possible. If you can't completely eliminate them, like if they're friends or coworkers or something, have boundaries and stick to those boundaries. Don't let these people walk all over you. It's time to let go of the heavy load that you're carrying. And a lot of it, I feel like, is just not having boundaries and saying yes to things that you don't want to actually do. So learn to say no. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So again, full moons are about purging and releasing things that don't serve us. So no matter what that is in your life, whether it's relationships, jobs, friend groups, taking on too many responsibilities that aren't ours to really carry with us forward, it's time to say no to those things and let go of them, because something else needs to take its place. So you might be questioning all these different things in your life right now. Should I do this? Should I do that? Question everything. Investigate everything. And if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't align with you and what you want for your future, it's time to say goodbye. You got the love. Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. All right, so we have 2 cards right here talking about boundaries, and the third one was about questioning things and letting things go. So that is the definite message for this reading. It's for the full moon. Full moon's on the 10th. It's time to purge the things that aren't serving us, and we have to let them go in order to be able to welcome in something new. You have to make room. You're clearing out old energy. I spiritually cleansed my office today. I clean all the cards before I do a major reading. Usually before I do any reading, I will clean the energy, because we want things to flow. We don't want it to be stuck and stagnant. You wouldn't want to drink stagnant water. You don't want to embrace stagnant energy. So go forward. All right, the golden children, inner child tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. The children that are being born currently are some of the golden children. They have incarnated without, in some cases, any karma, because they've never incarnated before. They're very spiritual beings. They look at the world in a completely different way. They're very advanced beings. And what I mean by that is they may go from barely learning how to crawl to walking. very advanced. They pick up things, especially technology, very quickly, and it's kind of an uncanny, like something's just different about them, but it's a very positive thing. They're also here to do a lot of mission work and some really big missions with helping the collective. They're very innocent, very tender, very nurturing people, and they possess rare gifts, so they need to be embraced and they need to be protected. The courageous peony, multifaceted, unique in nature, let yourself be seen. So again, this is echoing the same message that you need to shine your light. You need to honor your true, authentic version of yourself, and you need to not be afraid of what other people think of that version. Whether you are comfortable doing that yet or whether it's a work in progress, this is something that needs to be embraced. We cannot hide in the shadows forever. Sometimes we actually have to be seen, and we have to embrace who we are. All right, Starkeeper, cosmic ancestors seed the light by staying grounded. I talk about this a lot. If you feel like erratic in your energy, if you feel like your head is just going a million miles an hour, racing thoughts or anxiety, depression, things like that, your energy isn't grounded. So there's easy ways to be able to clear your energy and do those things. One of my favorite is walking barefoot. I hardly ever wear shoes when I'm at home. I'm almost always barefoot. I've been that way my entire life. Walking barefoot on the earth is one way to release the negative ions that are flowing within our body and ground our energy. We need to connect to something solid and stable in the earth. So walking barefoot, taking salt baths, swimming, all sorts of things that you can do in order to get in touch with nature, be able to breathe in good energy, and be able to release any negative energy. So ground your energy this weekend. Definitely take some time, get outside if you can, breathe in the fresh air, get some sunshine. If you're able to walk barefoot, do it. It's a great experience, and do it often. The cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So if there is something that you feel devoted to, whether it's source, whether it's an idea, you need to absolutely embrace these things. It's going to be key for you to actually go forward in a positive way. And they're saying that there is so much that they're trying to deliver collectively right now to all of these people that have a high calling in life, that they need to be patient, that not everything is delivered immediately, and we want immediate gratification, but that's not always how it works. Some things take time, so your devotion is being recognized. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path and be the leader that you wish you had. So I love this card for two reasons. One is if you grew up in a way where you felt like you were an outcast, a black sheep, or you felt like you didn't have proper leadership, mentorship, parents that really were leading you in a good path. A lot of us that were born in like the 80s were kind of latchkey kids, or we were always kind of left to our own devices, so we just had to figure life out on our own. So if you didn't have a leader or a mentor to show you which way to go, you just had to create your own path and do things your own way. Don't be afraid to take the first step in doing things your own way. You can be a groundbreaking influence in other people's lives, because if there is no one there to lead you, then that means you're supposed to be the leader. And that can be scary for a lot of people, but it shouldn't be. It should be adventurous. It should be some sort of new energy coming into the situation where you feel empowered, not afraid. So forge, don't follow. You need definitely some sort of new path to go forward. So if you didn't have people in your life to help you, then that means you're the leader. So be the leader. All right. Surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, and make love to life. So Venus is the planet of love, and Venus is very key in how you love. So whether you've looked up your birth chart or not and decided to see what planets are in your alignment in your chart, Venus is how you love. So whether that is soft and gentle or very dramatic, or however it is that you love, the planet, wherever it's in your house. So mine is in Taurus. So I think Taurus would be the second house. So you basically, I like really sentimental things is how I love. So little things like somebody paid attention to your favorite food or your favorite flower, and they do those acts of kindness, or they show you these things, that's your love language is what I'm trying to get at. So however that works for you, whatever your love language is, you need to get in touch with your soft side, your loving side. So Venus is all about love. It's the planet of love. We're going into a retrograde where a lot of things are going to feel really uneasy, especially when it comes to love and relationships. So if things aren't working for you, you're going to need to release those. But you need to get in touch with the sweeter side of life, the happy side of life, the fun side again. So if things haven't been that way, this is the chance to change. So we're going into the full moon, we're going into retrogrades. Retrogrades symbolize that things from the past come back so that we can take a second look at it and decide if it works or if it's time to kiss it goodbye. All right, guys, that's what I have for your weekly spiritual messages. I hope it helps, and we will see you back here again soon.